Hi, and welcome back to the Chambers, the Miami-Dade Chambers Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, and you already know, I'm excited. You know, talking about Black business, talking about entrepreneurship, that's what we do each and every day, providing technical assistance, supporting Black business, brown business, women, and minorities. We do it 365 days a year. And today I have Mr. Darnell Lockett. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you this
I'm
morning?
doing fantastic. You know, we were just talking before you came on. You're a recent transplant to South Florida.
Yes, sir. Recently moved here. I've been here for about a year and a half almost.
That's
Moved
still
from Houston,
recent.
Texas. Very recent.
And from where?
From Houston, Texas.
Okay. And you're originally from Houston?
Yes, sir. Born and raised in Houston. Lived there till I was about 20 years old, and then I joined the Army.
Okay. Talk about that a little bit.
Joined the Army in 1992 and spent 20 years in the Army.
Okay. Well, thank you for your service. I happen to be 82nd Airborne.
Uh-oh.
I did
Airborne.
Airborne. I did 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
20. I look back. I said, you know what? When I look back, I said, I probably should have did 20 or 30. But at the same time, I'm happy where I am.
Yes, sir.
But really, thank you for your service. How was that experience? 20 years.
It was a very good experience, learning experience. I spent my time doing logistics.
Okay.
I loved it. Learned a lot.
Okay. And I'm sure you traveled quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
Did you see the world?
We got a chance to see a few places. Germany, got a chance to see some deserts in Iraq and different things. So it's quite an experience.
And logistics. Tell the audience a little bit about that.
We deal with acquisitions, with supply, ordering parts, ordering different expendable items. So it's kind of helped me in my other avenues or other businesses as far as the mortgage industry and real estate industry.
Okay. Yeah, I was in 782nd maintenance. So
Oh, yes, sir.
pretty much kind of logistics, moving things around. So you come to Miami, you left Houston after being in the military. How long were you in Houston after you got out of the military?
No, did not return back after I got out.
Okay.
I decided to follow my wife around. She was still in the Army, so
Okay.
I followed
So
her a few years.
2 veterans?
Yes, sir. 2 veterans.
Okay. And where did you end up after, basically?
We ended up in Louisville, Kentucky. She was stationed at Fort Knox, Kentucky, so that's where she ended up retiring from. We spent 5 years there, and from there, we moved here to Miami.
Okay. How many years did she do?
She did 20 as well.
I did 20 as well.
Yes.
Children?
2 children,
Okay.
18-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son.
So 18-year-old starting college?
Not quite. She's taking about a year break, and
Okay, that's good.
she wants to decide what degree she wants to go into first
Right.
before
Jumping off the bridge.
jumping out. Yes, sir. So, but we're excited for her.
Okay. And then you come to Miami, and you were talking about the humidity.
Oh, me. Nothing like it.
Yeah, like I was telling you, we here August, September, and well, the thing is, I've never seen so much rain. I don't remember a summer that we've had this much rain, so that is definitely lent to the humidity. So here we are in August, going into September, but just stick around. About October, you'll love it, and you'll say, "Wow, we made the right decision."
Oh, we know we made the right decision.
Okay.
This is home.
So what made you make that decision?
Well, we love visiting Miami, first of all, and when we do visit, we love the weather.
Okay. Obviously, you weren't coming in the summer.
Did not come in the summer. We came in December.
Right.
But
Oh,
we
it's
loved it.
just perfect then.
Perfect weather.
Everybody in the world wants to be in Miami in this.
We were sold on it.
Right.
And of course, there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of development going on here, so we knew this was the place for us.
And you speak about opportunities and development. As I was speaking to another guest, I was traversing 95 going down to Coconut Grove, and I counted 28 cranes. Yes, and I didn't see all of them. in the downtown area. And you are obviously in the real estate business. You're in the mortgage business.
Yes, sir.
How long you been doing that?
In the mortgage industry for about 10 years. The real estate industry, we've been an investor or investing for about almost 20 years now. My wife and I.
I always hear realtors, investors, the question: how many doors do you have?
Oh,
No, you don't have to answer that.
no, we have 3 doors, but we don't particularly look at doors or the size. We look at things as far as cash flow potential, and that's what really drives us. Of course, the more units that we do have, the better, I guess. So
Right. So let's talk about what got you into real estate. What made you?
One, I love helping people.
Okay.
When it comes to being in real estate, we get to, obviously provide a service as far as affordable housing. The units, the housing projects that we do own are affordable for individuals. So we get to provide a service. From the mortgage aspect, I get to help individuals with the right loan products. If they're looking for something that's affordable, if they're looking for some type of down payment assistance program or something like that, we get to provide them with that.
And speaking about down payment assistance, there are a lot of opportunities and assistance out there like people don't know about. Can you talk about that a little bit before we take a break?
The one is the Florida Hometown Heroes program.
Okay.
It's a down payment assistance program where they'll give up to $35,000 for your down payment and your closing cost. Of course, that money is running out very quickly. It just started, or there was a change to it in July, but that money is running out real quickly. But it's for first-time home buyers that need some assistance, and it could be for those individuals that have purchased a home in the past but now are ready to buy again. They may also be able to use some of that money.
Okay. Any other programs that out there?
Miami-Dade has an excellent program. They offer, I believe it's up to $25,000 for down payment assistance as well. That's for individuals that reside here in the Miami area.
And can you bundle those two?
No, I believe you have to use one or the other. They are grants, so that's one good thing that you can take advantage of.
And then when you say they're grants, that means that you don't have to pay it back?
Does not have to be paid back.
So $35,000 you're getting for, we'd say Hometown Heroes.
Hometown Heroes.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. We're going to hear from one of our supporters. Stay tuned.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast-track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Hello and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber Member Connection. I have Mr. Powell with me, and he is doing some amazing things. Actually, tell me, it is Powell.
Mr. Lockett, Mr. Darnell Lockett.
I know I messed that up.
No, that's no worries.
No. I'm here doing this, and I'm saying, wait a minute. I just interviewed Mr. Powell. Hey, this is not easy. If you think it's easy, come on over here and do it. But anyway, we have Mr. Lockett. I have Mr. Lockett, Mr. Darnell Lockett. He's BlackSquire Mortgage, and we were just talking about mortgages that there are assistance to help people through a number of organizations, agencies.
Yes, sir.
There's MD, Miami-Dade Economic
Yes, sir.
Advocacy Trust, has a program in which first-time home buyers can get a grant. And we were talk about that grant process a little bit.
Well, it's fairly simple. You fill out a form. You can go on their website as well, and you fill out the form. And generally, as long as you're a first-time home buyer for the Miami Deed program, you're a first-time home buyer, they will take you through a class. There's certain requirements and things of that nature, but it's a fairly simple process in order to qualify for it.
Right. And my understanding, a lot of these grants, as you, hometown heroes that
Yes,
you
sir.
mentioned, you got the MD, and I believe through other programs and some banks as well,
Correct.
giving up to $10,000 in grants and maybe more. And as you said, this isn't money that you have to pay back. But the
Correct.
one thing, you have to stay within the home within
Yes.
a certain length of time. And I believe, and it may vary on the various grants, but at a minimum of 10 years before you sell the house. And if you sold the house within that period of time, you have to pay that money back.
Right. And one I'd like to caveat with that. With the Florida Hometown Heroes program, it is a second mortgage or second lien that turns into a grant.
Right.
But you don't have to pay it back. You do have to stay in the home for a minimum of 6 years.
Okay.
For the Florida Hometown Heroes program. But again, it turns into a grant that does not have to be paid back.
No, that's amazing. But I know there are a lot of challenges now.
Correct.
In South Florida, period. It's not just Miami, in terms of housing.
Yes, sir.
I know of a young man who's been trying to buy a house and basically getting outbid
Correct.
on that. Talk about that a little bit.
Well-
What's happening in the market?
Right now, it's very expensive. Home prices are constantly going up. As individuals are moving here to Miami, that is having an effect on how the housing price is going, because there's a lot of demand. There's a lot of demand for single-family homes here. You have more population, less houses are being put on the market right now.
But I just see stuff being built all the time.
That's-
But that's like, like I said, there's 28 cranes in downtown Miami, right down the street from here. We're at Miami-Dade College, and Westview development happening, like 300, 400, 500 homes being built over there.
Yes, sir.
So talk about that.
Well, again, there's multifamily housing that's being built. There's supposedly affordable housing that's being built, but again, the price points for that housing, it's high compared to the average salary or the average income that many families especially in certain parts of Miami, the income is not there in order to, in my opinion, to be able to afford to reside in some of the housing.
Right. But again, the other part that I talked about is the fact that people are being outbid.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that process. Being you're a mortgage broker, you're a realtor, how does that even happen?
Well, it's simple. A lot of times there's a lot of investors
Okay.
that are buying up housing. And
How do you describe an investor?
real estate investors, from foreign investors, you have investors that are from up north or other states that are purchasing houses here in the Miami area and renting the housing out. Sometimes I would say majority of the time they're renting it out at a above market price.
I would say rentals are not
Yes, sir.
not cheap these days.
Not cheap at all, which does not or is not it's not compatible or for those lower income families.
Right.
That's an issue.
So Miami-Dade County is it's a big county.
Yes, sir.
Basically from Miami Gardens down to Florida City. It's almost like driving to Palm Beach. It's almost an hour drive. Where do you see the opportunities for first-time home buyers who have a limited income? I mean, they can afford to buy a house. Their credit is decent.
In my opinion, I see more opportunities in the West Palm Beach area, maybe. again, the Miami Gardens area that we're really familiar with, it's becoming pricier than it has been in the past, and it's just going to get higher, in my opinion. I believe that the West Palm Beach area might be a little bit more affordable.
But what happens to the person who has a job here? They're going to be commuting for that hour?
Yes, sir.
That's basically the bottom line.
If that's what they can afford. I can't predict where prices are going, but I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Well, they talk about, back 2008 or so, there was the bubble.
Yes, sir.
And obviously that was mortgages were being inflated, so on and so forth. So
right.
Do you see? They said there's not going to be another bubble like that. And
I
interest
don't believe
rates
so.
have gone from 3%, low 3 to 7% and more now.
Correct.
Being a mortgage broker.
Yes, sir.
Talk about mortgages and the interest rate.
Interest rates, as a person that's someone that's purchasing a primary residence, it could be very important. For someone that's purchasing an investment property, for real estate investors, interest rates aren't as much of a problem or as big of a deal, because a lot of real estate investors are not really looking at the interest rate. They're looking at if the property will cash flow. For primary home buyers, they are concerned about that. Higher interest rates means that it costs more to purchase that house. You're not getting as much bang for your buck. So that's an issue that those first-time home buyers have to take into consideration.
Now, the other part of it before we end here today, a lot of homes have a lot of equity.
Yes, sir.
But to refinance, and you're at 3-4%, and to refinance at 7%, that's not really the right thing to do, right?
Again, it depends. If you're talking about for your primary residence, may not be the best thing.
Talking about primary residence.
But if you're looking to take some equity out of that home, and you're not, even if you are a primary residence, and you're trying to get some equity out of that home, it may be in your best interest to do that if you're trying to use that equity to either maybe buy yourself an investment property or to do something else with it. Again, it's a case-by-case basis, and we would talk about that with you to see if that's something that you want to do. But yes, to go from 3% to 8% or 7%, that's
basically doubling your mortgage.
You're stepping out. You're
right.
stepping out there, but it depends on what you're trying to use that equity for.
If someone wants to get in touch with BlackSquire Mortgage, how can they do that?
They can give us a call at 305-306-9643. They can stop by our office.
Where are you located?
We're located in the Cutler Bay area at 10700 Caribbean Boulevard, Suite 202-2. They can go online to BlackSquireMortgage.com, and we'll talk with them.
Sounds great. If you want to know more about the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, go to www.m-dcc.org, or you can call the chamber at 305-751-8648. Join the chamber. Tune into our Tuesday meetup every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, and tune into the Member Connection at 12 o'clock noon on Monday.